Second and 10. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. They get
first down. First and 10 at the 4.
So now first and 10 is Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On second down now, it's Hines, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Love. He's going to look deep down the field, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
At the 34-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Hey, foxtrot.
They'll set up a throw. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
30 base. I know he ain't got it. General West.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports.
Ready. Mike 37. Let's go, D. Here we go. 6-6. Pull it high. Check 26. Check 26. Check 4. Check 4. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Fournette, a first down carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
There's a normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Let's go. Get set. Now.
Back to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Nyheim Hines. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the 2nd quarter.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, Spud. At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But that they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
Down. 70. Indy. 80 weapons.
First down, Dolphins.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look at... And he is in! Touchdown, Miami! A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd and 9. Luck. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, it's Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Check out. Wide, 622. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chester Rogers, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Santos with the extra point and a lead. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Ready, ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Hey, high 7. 37's the mic. Mark 37. Now.
2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
We got trips over here. Trips over here.
He'll look to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, it's Love. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
The Colts come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check. Check 6 guys. Monday. 11.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will get them one closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
General West. Check 24. Watch 24. Jumper on right. Jumper. Deuce.
Now they'll run it on the toss. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
Got it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
At the 45-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check three.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot, excellent coverage, didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Now.
He'll drop to throw. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line.
52.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
Pilot, 64, weak. Bravo.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
25, check 25, check 25.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot, for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll give it here to his running back. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Here we go, D.
Monday, 52.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, here's Locke. He's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is because they've got to push it downfield.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Rolling to his right. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. He's back to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, I mean, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal. You still got a chance to take care of business on the other end. But you're right. The 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check, check. Fresno.
Now they'll run it on the taunts. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check out. 622. Line 54. Me and you all day. I'm coming to Mexico. 12. Slam. Hey, seam 6.
Will be incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether You keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, will likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Luck going to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
STRO. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? STRO. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support bra. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Story's treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My journey code is chill. Story's treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Story's treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My journey code is chill. Story's treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover.
Yeah. Yeah. Ay, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes. Pedal to metal, when I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They took it to 10.
Hey.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from FedEx Field. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins completes it to Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From midfield now, Haskins looking middle, and it's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Well, pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shift. Arm.
2nd down, Haskins. He's got Thompson here, complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Third down. Here's Haskins. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 34 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
This will be taken short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Check 50.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers rolling to his left. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Rodgers to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. From the gun on third down, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Rodgers going to run the option here left. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, look, 3.
No. Rotate. Spell.
Check 13. Check 13.
Squeeze.
Coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Kill.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Washington. Terry McLaurin, 73 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.